Good morning, and thank you for joining us as we recap all the great work of this team this past year and explore what's ahead in the months to come. In so many ways, 2023 proved a year of adjustment in our business and consumer sentiment about real estate, with numerous challenges to overcome. The combination of heightened economic uncertainty from inflation, high interest rates, historically low inventory levels, disconnects in perception of values between buyers and sellers, and skyrocketing insurance costs all served as barriers to success. Looking at the broader national market last year, 2023 ended with the lowest pace of sales since 1995 and with the highest mortgage rate since the 1980s. National resales dipped approximately 18%. In many ways, the year is perhaps best described as simply uninspired. And yet, you overcame. With an exceptionally impressive $8.4 billion in closed sales volume, we ended the year only 6% off the prior year's volume. Within this operating environment, I consider this finish a significant feat in which I hope all will take enormous pride. Let's take a closer look at some of the other key stats for the year. We began the new year with 1,413 advisors as we continue to grow with quality. For the first time in 3 years, we ended the year in new listings above the prior year as more sellers came off the sidelines, up 2%. Closings fell 9%, which I view as a success considering sales nationally were off 18%. Yet again, prices were up year over year, this time by 3% as values held. One area of pressure was our average commission rate, which fell faster than any time in recent years. The good news is that it stabilized in the latter part of the year, yet this is an area requiring constant focus. Real estate proved a truly local industry once again, with performance levels varied across our regions. Some markets, such as Orlando and Tampa, were far more impacted by mortgage rates due to the average sales price. Charlotte dealt with almost no inventory, while Naples faced reconstruction following Ian and a pause in high-end luxury sales. In addition, our rental division worked incredibly hard yet faced a market that substantially pulled back from the pandemic years. 3 regions finished the year with sales volumes falling below last year, yet with a solid performance against the market, while North Carolina ended completely even with 2023. There was, however, an outlier in the Sarasota region, with closed volume up 13%. Well done, Sarasota. And of course, through the year, there were so many individual sales deserving of recognition, some of which were shown prior to the start of this session. There were also several new development sales successes, both by advisors and the new development services division, most notably the record pace of sales set by BASO in Sarasota. We entered this year with 12 new construction accounts and are working on several others at present. As a company, we remain fully committed to growth, yet always with quality and continued investments in our business. We officially entered 2 new markets last year with the opening of a satellite office in Waynesville, North Carolina, and a branch office in Ocala, confirming our commitment to this unique equestrian area. We also opened our impressive new Charlotte office, which absolutely elevated our position in this rapidly growing city. We launched Opus Title in Sarasota, adding to our Leckert Title relationship in Naples, and will soon be offering the services in Tampa. Each year, the success of all of our core services becomes more important, and I wish to personally thank each of you who are supporters. In addition, we selectively added professionals to the team, representing $800 million in closed sales volume. Our per-person productivity continues to far exceed the average for our markets and our competitors, just further evidence of your being premier. As we close out 2023, we acknowledge it didn't break records for the company, yet it proved to be the 3rd best year in the 4 decades since our founding. I would call that extraordinary, and will no doubt rank amongst the largest brokerages in the country yet again in the upcoming national rankings. And around the corner, we'll be communicating with those advisors ranking high enough among their peers to qualify for membership in the 2024 class of Club 1744. For those in this year's club, we have an incredible experience planned for you this June. I'm already getting excited for the event, and it'll be here before you know it. I'll be back to speak to the current year, and for now, I'm turning it over to Alex to comment on the power of the Sotheby's network and to share our relocation and referral performance in 2023.
Good morning to all of our Premier Sotheby's Global Advisors. As we reflect on 2023 and our brand relationships, it was a year where many dug deeper to nurture the connections with their clients and truly become the trusted real estate resource no matter where and when their needs were happening. You continue to spend time investing in the partnerships built within the brand by attending networking events and maximizing your exposure and visibility to make strong introductions for your clients along the way. Overall, we were able to place over 3,500 referrals throughout the year, closing just under $1.6 billion in referral sales volume. And so much was advisor requested based on the other advisor asking specifically for you due to the relationship you've built and earned. While an astounding accomplishment, and one we should celebrate, we finished the year 10% under volume from 2022. Yet, we continue to stay ahead of the trends and records set by 38% from 2020 and 44% from 2019. So, now 2024 becomes the year we move on to bigger opportunities, better and more meaningful connections, and we move into a place where our greatest differentiator, the Sotheby's International Realty Global Network, becomes the forefront of our conversations. This is a Sotheby's International Realty Global Networking event year, and we all know what that means. It means bringing together the best in the business throughout the world to create long-term partnerships, share masterful marketing and local expertise, and to elevate the level of service you are providing to your customers along the way, beyond what any other brokerage can offer.
The really talented people that work here, that is the biggest difference.
The Sotheby's International Realty Global Referral Network is like no other.
Being able to leverage top agents in every single market within the country has been so pivotal for my business.
So many like-minded individuals, connections that will extend far beyond real estate.
Our brand and our global network is your benefit. We are pleased to announce the Privileged Access 2024 Outbound Global Referral Contest. The Sotheby's International Realty Network is an exclusive association of distinguished brokerages and associates throughout the world where we have the privileged access to the most qualified global advisors. Through the brand's vast global footprint and impressive network connections, we want you to provide your clients with the referral introductions required to give them best-in-class service anywhere they find a need. It's time to lean into your sphere. Listen to their needs, and offer your expertise around the globe. Then, work through the pre-existing network connections you've established and make the perfect match, or partner with the relocation department to assist with the best fit placement in the market of need. Get to know the advisor on the end. Set up Zoom sessions to chat regularly about your markets. Introduce each other to Sotheby's affiliates you have connections with, and make your plan for 2024 to meet in person in Nashville, Tennessee. With this referral contest, one winner will be awarded a GNE registration ticket plus a $500 American Express gift card to use towards travel and accommodations. This award will go to one advisor pulled from a drawing of the top 10 advisors with the most closed and placed outbound referrals from January 1st to August 1st. The contest has already begun, and the active referral revenue stream is already shaping up to be a successful one. For those of you that have never attended a global networking event, this is the year you're going to want to business plan and allocate your budget far in advance to be able to join over 2,500 associates within the brand at the most memorable event being hosted in Nashville, Tennessee in September. Registrations and accommodations and further pre-GNE networking events will become available towards probably the end of first quarter. Our global referral network worldwide is one of the most valuable assets we have being a part of the Sotheby's International Realty brand. And being a part of Premier Sotheby's International Realty, we have our own internal benefit of covering 2 states with over 1,400 advisors and our own way to build a network within the network. It isn't by chance that 25% of our referral business is within our own Premier Sotheby's footprint. Many of you have invested in building networking partnerships outside of this footprint, yet many of you haven't even scratched the surface to get to know others within our own company. We want to create that connectivity prior to your in-person meetings in Nashville and help you feel like you have a friend going into this adventure together. Join us for Peacer Connects, where we will be hosting 4 virtual speed dating sessions leading up to the Sotheby's International Realty GNE to encourage you to build relationships and get to know other like-minded individuals within our Premier Sotheby's International Realty company. These will be informal breakout sessions where you can share your insights, market knowledge, and tips on how to leverage the Sotheby's Global Referral Network together. Be on the lookout for invitations and dates to follow, and let's connect even further in 2024.
Thank you, Alex, for that recap of the referral successes our advisors enjoyed in 2023, and for encouraging all to leverage the benefit from the power of our luxury brand and its global network for even more success in 2024. Now, I'd like to take just a few minutes to review the initiatives and resources your marketing team delivered in 2023 before providing a sneak peek at what to expect in 2024. From a refreshed, all-encompassing creative campaign delivered across all our marketing channels and collateral, to an elevated approach to leveraging video content in our social and digital marketing, special events across all our regions, new lead-generating online tools, to a new quarterly market report, and more. Last year proved to be a very busy year for our marketing team. Let's take a look back. As I recap the year from a marketing perspective, I'd be remiss not to mention the incredible amount of media attention our public relations team garnered for our extraordinary listings and global real estate advisors in 2023. Here's a quick summary of the results of their efforts. recognizing these PR efforts culminated in over $80 million in earned media is incredible. To clarify, that's the equivalent of $80 million in paid advertising. I'm sure you'll agree that that is quite an accomplishment, and we are very fortunate to have such a professional powerhouse public relations team led by Elise Raymer out there earning this media attention for you and your listings. So, as we move past 2023, I'm sure you're wondering, what's next? Even after launching so many new initiatives last year, let me assure you, there will be even more in 2024. From the continued regional rollouts of our new Reside magazine and an additional special digital edition of Reside this fall, to promoting new AI-inspired advisor resources for busy real estate advisors, to new regional community guides, the cultivation of highly local regional lifestyle video content, to a refreshed listing presentation and value proposition talk tracks. There's so much more coming your way from both the brand and your Premier marketing team. In 2024, you can count on even more in a continuous drip of new business building resources for our global advisors. Now let's take a look at the very first initiative we're rolling out in Q1 2024, Propel. Propel is going to be your ultimate online digital workspace for seamless access to all your favorite tools and resources, including those currently accessed through MyHub. Here's a sneak peek at what to expect with this new resource.
Introducing Propel, your new digital workspace replacing Insight, and brought to you by Peerage Realty Partners and T360. Propel is designed to help you work faster, better, and simpler by putting everything at your fingertips. From this single dashboard, Quick Links provides seamless access to the most requested and utilized advisor resources, including all the exceptional MyHub tools you've come to rely on. Whether you're self-promoting, working with a seller, or a buyer, our interactive advisor workflows provide best practices to follow. Propel has one-click action buttons to create email and print materials, and get quick access to your monthly market reports and listing marketing templates that are ready to go in your account. See upcoming events and meetings, explore marketing and training resources, access social media content, and easily connect with support staff. Get ready to propel your business. Launching in Q1 2024.
As we kick off 2024 with the launch of Propel, we recognize we're entering an environment where more and more listings are expected to come into inventory. This will likely extend the average time to sell. However, this is where our powerful Premier Sotheby's suite of tools and resources will serve to generate more interest and build confidence with your sellers in selecting you as their advisor. If you're not already leveraging many of our best-in-class and competitive differentiating marketing resources to create opportunities for yourself and your listings, I encourage you to meet with your regional marketing director. They'll be able to direct you to piece of resources like the Premier Way for winning listings, our Premier Pre-Listing Blue Box, Masterful Marketing Video, the new 2024 Luxury Outlook Report, Neighborhood Trend Reports, and the new Quarterly Market Report, the My Marketing Matters print portal, and its Home Life direct mail program. Active Pipe email marketing, including all the proprietary monthly email newsletters we produce, like the very popular Insider newsletter, Luxury Impressions, and Making Headlines. Don't forget to utilize the constant stream of new social media content we create and deliver every Friday via Digital Hall, and use Social Bay's Design Studio to create your own unique social media content. And if you're not already using Testimonial Tree to actively promote your reviews, I highly encourage you to do so, as we all know a single successful closing can often lead to your next opportunity. Staying in touch with your regional marketing director and attending their training sessions will ensure you're maximizing everything available, so you stay top of mind and in flow with your sphere. You effectively farm your market area and promote your successes through your positive reviews and personal marketing. We hope you share our optimism as we begin this new year. And please remember, behind every Premier Sotheby's International Realty Global Advisor is a team of marketing professionals standing ready to support your efforts. And now a few words from Elise Raymer, Vice President of Corporate Communications and Public Relations.
Thank you, Kathy. Warmest thanks from our PR, communication, and social media teams for making this year in public relations truly extraordinary. Your remarkable listings and sales have sparked unparalleled media attention, and the excitement doesn't stop there. There's even more in 24. We're on the lookout for your biggest, boldest, most unique listings and sales to feature prominently in our promotions. Now remember, if it's not new, it's not news. So reach out of us ahead of a listing hitting the market or a record-breaking closing. Embrace the power of more in 24 as we introduce 4 new accounts for you to follow on Facebook and Instagram, each dedicated to the vibrant real estate scenes in Florida and North Carolina. This strategic shift doubles our opportunities to showcase your stunning listings. In the realm of 24, video reigns supreme. Aligning with social media trends, we're prioritizing listings with professional videos. If you're not utilizing videos in every listing, you're missing out on massive exposure. The return on investment for a property video is tenfold when shared across our social media accounts. Make listing videos a priority, and let's amplify your success together in the new year. The public relations, communications, and social media teams are always standing by to help you elevate your business even more in 24. We can't wait to work with you.
With 2023 now fully behind us, what lies ahead? One may never fully know for certain in this dynamic business, yet I'm going to share 10 predictions in about 10 minutes. Number 1, rising home sales. The primary forecasters in our business vary in perspective as shown here, yet the average reflects an 8.3 increase in the number of sales. I believe that's a little aggressive, yet even if in the ballpark, that would represent a very healthy gain. As we turn the corner into a new year, there were some signs across the country of improving offer activity, yet I believe we will need to be patient. When reflecting on the past 2 years, one realizes the pace of sales changed considerably between the first and second halves. I believe we may witness that once again this year, with sales building slowly in the first half, with a stronger second half to follow. Number 2, decelerating prices and the return of price reductions. Coming into 2023, many believe the decline in buyer demand would most certainly lead to a reversal in home prices. The fundamental theory of supply and demand, yet I was not among them. Yet that doesn't mean the accelerated price growth can last forever. Last year, prices increased anywhere from 3 to 5% in the U.S. depending on the source, yet appreciation slowed in the final months. Despite inventories that remain under historical norms, we are witnessing far more price repositioning in some markets as sellers come into reality with an environment that's not 2021. As you can see from this chart, prices shot up approximately 60% in North Carolina and Florida over the last 3 years, and we've been the beneficiaries of this price growth. It's prices that saved the year in 2023, and they will continue to be resilient and aid us in this year as well. For 2024, we're seeing a wide disparity in price projections. The average of 3 major forecasters reflects an average increase of 1.5. However, CoreLogic has been pretty much on target, and it suggests prices will increase by 2.5%. If you factor in Zillow's prediction, you end up with prices up 3%. And with the impact of new construction sales that always influence our final figures, that's my call as well. Number 3, listings turn the corner. We all know the main reason prices have held, despite declining demand, is due to the incredibly low level of inventory across the country, which has risen slightly, yet is just over 3 months. While some markets continue to struggle in this area, others are beginning to see an increase in new listings taken and standing months of inventory. Some of our markets are seeing small increases, as is the case nationally, as new listings in the first weeks of the year are up 6%, while in the Naples region, inventory is up 45% over this same time last year. The key for us this year in many of our markets will go beyond winning the listing, a good reason for doing more real estate reviews right now, by the way, but to reposition as necessary to create energy in a time of more homes to view. Repricing and repositioning are among the key business topics we'll be discussing in our interactive roundtable sessions next month, and we look forward to seeing you all there. Number 4, new construction upswing. New home sales ended up over more than 5% in 2023 and represented a larger portion of the overall sales activity in the country and in many of our markets. Due to the low existing inventory, new construction has increased to approximately 30% of total single-family inventory in recent months, when historically it was only 10 to 15%, according to various sources. Last year, there were approximately 750,000 new construction sales, which added to the mix, and initial forecasts call for about 1 million this year. With that in mind, there have been some pockets of spec home overbuilding, and we're seeing more and more buyer and broker incentives being offered to move the units out. This includes higher commissions to brokers. Number 5, mortgage rates descend. There's much speculation as to what the Fed will do in the coming year, with economic data providing lagging and often conflicting guidance. We are clearly winning the war on inflation, yet it's that last rung of the ladder from going from the 3s to in the 2s that will prove the most difficult. Keep in mind that it's a double-edged sword. We all want ongoing good news on growth and employment, yet it's this good news that leads the Fed to hesitate acting. The best way to accelerate rate cuts is to have negative economic news, which we don't want either. The storied soft landing requires the economy slow, yet not so much as to enter a recession. Therefore, we must expect some negative indicators as the price we pay for a Fed reversal. We'll witness this in more volatility in the stock market this year. At this point, analysts are forecasting between 3 to 5 rate cuts next year, with the earliest most likely in the second quarter. This will serve to reduce mortgage rates, with the hope that we'll see something close to 6% by year end. Certainly not the days of almost free money, yet rates that would most definitely be low by historical standards, prompting many more sellers and buyers off the sidelines. The good news is mortgage volume nationally jumped 10% in December. Number 6, more insurers, yet little rate relief. Casualty losses from natural disasters in 2023 are shaping up to exceed $100 billion globally, with the U.S. representing its fair share. In North Carolina, the Rate Bureau for Homeowners Insurance requested the ability to increase policy costs by 42%, a figure not likely to be seen, yet an indicator that a sizable jump is forthcoming. In Florida, many are betting on the work by the legislature to reduce litigation and new rules for citizens to peel off more policies to lead to reduced rates. While these actions were necessary, I'm not at all optimistic about lower rates, but rather hope it will draw more carriers back into the state to create competition and slow the rate of increase. Higher rates and deductibles are, I believe, here to stay, and this will prove a continuing challenge to affordability. Number 7, realtors under fire. I think we can all agree that 2023 represented the year of the realtor under attack. Some flack completely undeserved, such as lawsuits alleging collusion, with others self-created by leadership fiascos and turnover. The organization has never witnessed such a loss of confidence and trust. Some brokerages have even gone so far as to state they'll no longer require membership, perhaps more bluster than reality, as far too many MLSs are still controlled by NAR for people to step away without losing access. As a realtor for over 40 years, for me, it was never about so many of the things NAR attempts to do to level the playing field that I find are beyond its original charter. Rather, it's always been about the code of ethics, standards, and private property rights. NAR is flawed in many ways, yet its demise would only hasten a trend towards unprofessionalism in our industry. The numerous lawsuits will continue this year at tremendous cost to NAR and the endless list of defendants. I continue to feel fortunate Anywhere settled, and Sotheby's affiliates such as ours are insulated from most of the chaos. Should the larger brokerages remaining in the suits not prevail, the amounts awarded to plaintiffs would literally put them out of business. Number 8, defining value paramount. 2023 witnessed the largest single-year drop in our average commission rate per transaction due to the hyper-competition over too few listings entering the market. The efforts to bifurcate the buying and selling sides of the transaction to manage the lawsuits only adds more pressure. With that said, I have every expectation that predictions of massive commission reductions are totally off base. There will always be some for whom any amount of commission is too much. Yet the vast majority of owners will continue to expect service and marketing, and they will pay for it. These owners will also understand the necessity of paying a buyer's agent, and that will continue to be an expectation for any listings our company represents. That is the very profile of the owners with whom we wish to work. As inventories begin to rise and homes require longer selling periods, I believe the pace of commission compression will subside. What won't change is the need for all of us to be experts at articulating our value in a sale and perfecting the dialogue to deal with the question. We must be masters at both the listing and buyer consultations. Number 9, optimism is everything. There was already too much negativity out there, and now we're in an election year. For the next 10 months, you are going to be fed a steady diet of how everything is a disaster and the world is coming to an end. Don't believe the hype. For every challenge, there are far more things around us that are positive, if we simply choose to notice. I agree with Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan Chase, who recently stated when asked about the impact of the elections, quote, "I will be prepared for both, we will deal with both, and my company will survive and thrive in both," end quote. In so many ways, this business has always been a head game, with our mindset a major factor in our success. Abundance or scarcity, victim or player. The ninja principles will be truer than ever, and I encourage you to unplug more often in the months ahead and seek out the positive to recharge and reframe. For those who haven't attended a ninja installation, I highly encourage you to take advantage of the one we're hosting this March in Tampa. Between new and resale homes, there will be over 5 million home sales this year. Billions in commissions will exchange hands. Real estate will be conducted mostly in the way it has been for decades. We've great prospects ahead. Number 10, even more premier. I'm a big believer in the unlimited opportunities before us, yet know they only appear when we are fully committed and focused. When we are willing to invest the hours to unearth them. When we place the customer first. When we never compromise the standards that have served us so well over more than 40 years since our founding. That's being premier. 2023, despite its challenges, was indeed the third best year in our company's history. At the end of 2024, we will look back and say this year was even better. Between the projections for increases in unit sales with prices that will continue rising, albeit at a much slower pace, our goal for this year as a team is a 10% increase in closed sales volume. That will take us from last year's $8.3 billion to $9 billion. When I think about this year, I'm confident because of my confidence in you. And I'm grateful each day for the privilege of your partnership, for the incredible talent of this team of advisors, for the commitment demonstrated by the leadership and support team, and the ability for all of us to live and work in markets with unlimited potential for the future. Get ready, as there will be more in 24. Wishing you all the very best this year, and thank you again for being premier.